Hello, I'm Charles Mahood.
And I'm Rita Hanch. Welcome to the TMN Television on March 30th.
Tonight, we learn breaking news of a fatal shooting on Jefferson Street.
Later, we look at the mock trial team competition season.
Also, stay tuned for our Truman Sports Update. These stories and more on TMN Television. You don't want to miss this.
A fatal shooting was confirmed by Deputy Police Chief Steve Farnsworth on Tuesday, March 28th. The incident occurred around 9:30 p.m. on Jefferson Street. The body was taken from the scene shortly after 11 p.m. by Adair County Coroner Brian Noe, according to Truman Media Network reporters on the scene. KTVO later reported that formal charges have been filed against the suspect who was arrested at the scene, Joshua Atkins. He is being charged with first-degree murder and armed criminal action, according to the report.
As the intersection of Illinois Street and US 63 in Kirksville gains a reputation as the most dangerous intersection in town, officials are working to determine what is happening and find the best way to respond. The intersection, located near the Nemo Fairgrounds, saw a noticeable increase in accidents in 2016, as did the entire Kirksville stretch of US 63. Kirksville Police Chief Jim Hughes says the department noticed more accidents than usual on the alternate route, beginning in late 2015, continuing through 2016. Preliminary analysis done by Hughes shows there were 16 intersection-related accidents on US 63 in 2016. There has been increased police patrol on the alternate route. This is not only for the purpose of more enforcement, but also so officers can be on the lookout for factors that might be making the highway more accident-prone. KPD has been collaborating with MoDOT to identify the problem and, if necessary, find a solution. Hughes asked the police department for input and said he is open to input from the public.
We're trying to see if we can identify some kind of objective reason why we see what we believe is an increase in the accidents. But as we know, this could just be a bad run of luck. This could just be an anomaly.
Coming up, we look at a program at Truman that legislators are trying to acquire funds for.
First, let's take a look at this week's forecast.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Donald Trump signed an executive order on March 28th that would reverse former President Barack Obama's Clean Power Plan and several other attempts to curb the United States carbon dioxide emissions, according to a CNN report. Advisors say the order is an attempt to put American jobs first, one of the main focuses being the coal industry. The order would overturn at least 6 of Obama's executive orders that were made to address climate change.
In February, Missouri Governor Eric Greitens introduced the state budget, which included an 8% cut to secondary public education institutions, like Truman State University. One of the programs hit hardest by this was the Greenwood School, a program primarily funded by Truman that looked to help young individuals diagnosed with autism within the Northeast Missouri region, as well as conduct research on the condition itself. According to Truman's Vice President of Administrative Finance, Dave Rector, Before the cuts were made, approximately $5 million from the university budget were going towards funding the project. The Greenwood School is now only receiving about 10% of this amount at $500,000 of the initial amount. The funds which were allocated primarily towards the construction of the school, totaling at about $1 million, were completely withheld by Governor Greitens. Local legislators in the Northeast Missouri region are currently working towards a compromise, but there are no current concrete plans to acquire the funds for the school through other resources.
The Student Health Center and the Adair County Health Department offered 400 free measles, mumps, and rubella vaccinations from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the sub-Georgian rooms March 30th. According to an email sent out by Brenda Higgins, director of the Student Health Center, there have been 20 known cases of mumps at Truman. According to the email, most of these 20 cases were diagnosed at the Student Health Center, and all but one of the individuals with the reported mumps case previously received the 2 recommended mumps, measles, and rubella vaccinations. Those who have not received these vaccinations are at the highest risk of contracting mumps, but anyone with a student ID was welcomed at today's mumps clinic. Higgins says students should direct all their health concerns and questions to the Student Health Center.
Next week, the student government election process is starting. On April 3rd, election packets will become available, followed by an informational meeting on April 7th. Then, on Monday, April 10th, students can begin campaigning at 7:30 a.m. There is a wide range of restrictions for students campaigning, which rules like not being allowed to use megaphones, not being allowed to put signs in bathrooms, and not being able to write campaign announcements on chalkboards and whiteboards in classrooms. Candidates must submit petitions to the Center for Student Involvement by 5 p.m. on April 13th. Results will be announced at 8 p.m. on April 20th via a live stream.
American Marxian economist Richard Wolff spoke at Truman on March 23rd about the Marxian tradition of critiquing capitalism. Wolff was brought to Truman by the Truman Global Issues Colloquium Series, the Truman History Department, and Students for a Democratic Society. Wolff discussed many topics, including the history behind Marxism, more pushes across the world on regulating capitalism through implementing free healthcare and higher education, emphasizing worker cooperatives, and making Marxism less taboo in the United States. Wolff ended the presentation by stating he believes capitalism has done what it was meant to do and is now over. Stay tuned for your Truman Sports Update.
We'll be right back.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
As always, your Truman Sports Update is brought to you by Hardee's. The Truman baseball team was swept by Quincy University in a 4-game series last weekend. The series was the conference opener for the Bulldogs, putting them at the bottom of the standings to start the season. Truman was outscored by Quincy 39-11 over the 4-game series. The Dogs might have lost outfielder Josh Abegg for the season after being hit by a pitch during the game.
Truman's softball team broke even last weekend, going 1-for-1 against McKendree University on Friday and the University of Illinois Springfield Sunday. The Bulldogs are now 4-4 in conference, putting them at a tie for 5th in the GLVC.
This has been your Truman Sports Update by Hardee's.
Stay tuned after the break. We'll be right back.
All right, you ready for some baseball trivia?
Let's do it.
What year produced the most no-hit games in the big leagues?
7 no-hitters in 1990.
Wow, that's right. Now a question that's not trivial. How many children will witness bullying this year? The answer? 3 out of 4.
75%?
That's right. How many of them will say something?
Kids want to help, but don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov.
Truman State University's mock trial team recently competed in 2 major competitions. TMN's Isaac Carmichael has the story.
Truman State's mock trial team took first place at their recent regional competition on February 12th in Topeka, Kansas, with 2 of its members being awarded Most Outstanding Attorney and Most Outstanding Witness. The victory propelled the team to the Open Round Championship Series. The series, which one team member referred to as the National Qualifying Competition, took place from Friday, March 17th to Sunday, March 19th in Memphis, Tennessee. While the members of the team are self-taught compared to their opponents, whose schools allow for more conventional means of learning how to participate in these competitions, Truman's team chooses to look at this as a positive. Junior Jordan Vassell, who won the Most Outstanding Attorney Award at the regional competition, believes his success and the overall success of the team came from their willingness to go above and beyond in preparing for the stiff competition ahead of them.
So I think it's just an endless dedication to an organization that shouldn't mean that much, but really does to me. So I think for the most part, it was just my willingness to go above and beyond in terms of work, and that really translate into like actual competitions.
At the national qualifiers, Truman's team went 4-4. While they won't be advancing to the national competition, the team still takes great pride in knowing that they proved that being successful in mock trial doesn't require having a coach. Kevin Brose, who won awards for Outstanding Witness at both the regional and national qualifying competitions, says that while he was able to accomplish this, he is more proud of what his team was able to do together.
Our team puts in probably as much work or more than any other team we go against, and I think that's what allows us to succeed against the odds. Most of the programs we compete against have coaching staffs, they have bigger budgets, they go to more tournaments. We're still able to compete at a high level, higher than we probably should, to be honest, and I think that's purely just comes down to our hard work and dedication.
The Truman State mock trial team will be ending their season this year with a record of 25-7. Through their performances, the team looks to utilize the organization as a means of benefiting their overall success as well as the individual success of its members, some of whom look to go into practicing law post-graduation. For the Truman Media Network, I'm Isaac Carmichael.
Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. For complete news coverage, be sure to stay tuned to K2RM and pick up a copy of the Index. Also, check out our news content on tmn.truman.edu. Also, be sure to check out the new variety show, Segments.
You can also follow TMN on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for breaking news updates. And if you missed part of our broadcast tonight, check out TMN TV on YouTube. From all of us at TMN, thank you for tuning in and have a great rest of the week.